What's going on, people? Thanks for spending the time and bearing with me with this new project that I've created. This one is called Mind to Motions, and it's going to be an opportunity for me to express how I feel about mental health. But sometimes my thoughts are that we generalize things a little bit too much. We generalize mental health, and I would like to be able to break it down and share my personal experiences with you on how I think we can improve and we can learn to work together to fix some of the issues that we have internally. So, this first episode is going to be about communication. I want to break down two very important things when I'm discussing communication. One, the simple ability to communicate by words or conversations. And two, listening. I think it's very important that with communication, we are comfortable with the people that are around us, that we're comfortable with the knowledge that we have to be able to share that with people around us. I think that's where it starts. We've got to start with the communication with each other, learn how to accept and understand everybody's vulnerabilities. Too often, and I'll hold my hands up in this regard as well, I find that we feel uncomfortable sharing certain things with each other. And I believe that it builds a lot of resentment, it builds a lot of, anxiety, because you're just not comfortable around the people that are in your circle, or maybe don't trust what they're saying is valuable to you, so that's why I wanted to stress the importance of communication so much, because I found that is our route to success as people, as nations, as individuals. Being able to break down our concepts and our theories and the things that we want to achieve into a digestible format, something easy, something that somebody next to you, somebody who looks up to you, can look at and say, hey, okay, all right, he's doing that, she's doing that, okay, like that. I've got a framework, I've got a way to be able to improve what I may be creating, and I think that's everyone in general, that's how I got started. But I also found that one of my biggest benefits is the ability to be able to talk to people. I'm not afraid to have conversations. I'm not afraid to tell people what I'm not good at. But at the same time, I believe that we're all working on ourselves, like we all have things that we want to improve. We all have things that we would like to do better. But I think it all starts with communication. If you start relationships, friendships, partnerships with good communication, that's honest, that's from the heart, that's sincere, I think that you're always going to be going in the right direction. And then it leads me on to my second point, listening. Now, listening is a little bit different, and I think it requires a lot more patience with being able to, just to get good at it. A lot of us have great concepts, as I've said before, in our head, and we've got these great ideas and we can see a vision of how it needs to come together. But often I find a lot of people struggle to truly just listen. A lot of people are waiting for people to shut up or be quiet so that they can say what they want to say. You see that a lot. I think that it's very difficult to believe in people, very difficult to build trust when you don't feel like the people you're speaking to are just listening to you, not hearing you, like truly listening to the words that you're saying, to the emotion that's being stated, or being put forth. There's many different factors, but I think when you put good communication with good listening, I think you've got a great foundation to be able to build anything. I think that we're inspired by many different things and many different people. Nature itself, that's why I wanted to discuss this out in the environments. This is quite local to where I live, but I think this lockdown has really allowed me, particularly, to be able to self-reflect and appreciate some of the things that I am good at. You know, a lot of us are always trying to strive to find things, our weaknesses. We're trying to point out and find, okay, how can I improve on that? How can I get better at that? And that's great. But if you're not patting yourself on the back once in a while and saying, hey, no, you know what you're doing is really positive, and you're helping people along the way, you're asking questions, you're trying to learn, I think those values are so important and they should never be overlooked. This whole essence of why this is important to me, as in mind to motions, is that I think it's important for us to share personal experiences. Particularly men. I think that men struggle with being able to openly talk about the things that they may be vulnerable, that make them feel vulnerable, should I say? Just to honestly have a dialogue that's open-minded, not something where you just want people to agree with you. Genuinely, an open dialogue. Hopefully, this will be a great opportunity for people to see into the way that I think, the way that I like to rationalize situations. I always like to break things down and make it easily digestible for myself. A lot of us, and I'm speaking for particularly the Black community, we're on a very positive trajectory. You see a lot of growth, you see a lot of young Black businesses that are growing, and it's amazing to see. I'm having conversations with all of my people in my circle and family and all that sort of thing, and as bad and as tough as this lockdown may seem, I think that a lot of people are finding some silver lining, if you will, in terms of all of this madness that's going on. I think that once we're able to have open conversations with each other, trust the things that we're saying and listen to them, I think, as I said before, that's a great foundation to build anything. I think that's purely how the collective got started. And I think it's just in real life, when you just look at life in general, it takes good conversations before you would even consider anything. So if you're a business or you're a brand, I would consider listening skills and communication skills as a priority for your business, especially now moving into the uncertain times of post-COVID-19. So, being able to have open conversations with people, letting them see into who you are as a brand, as an individual, I think is going to be imperative. I mean, today, I didn't get a chance to shout it out on the intro, but if you guys follow me, you'll also know Don't Panic has created an amazing brand, and I've been repping them for a long time now. But what's great is that now we're kind of in a place where we can use our platforms to showcase and promote each other. So any opportunity that I can support the people in my circle and in my community, that's exactly what I'm gonna strive to do. So honorable shout out to Don't Panic Clothing. Please go check out Don't Panic Clothing. There's a new collection out right now, and as I said, it's really uncertain times for all of us. No one really knows what exactly is going to happen, how things are going to pan out, but I think if we keep these conversations open, keep them open-minded, and continue to believe in each other, I think we're going to be heading in a very strong direction together. I hope that if anybody out there is listening, they can be inspired by any of this information, or even it just relates to them. Please share with me your personal experiences. Share some of your vulnerable experiences or anything, because I think having these conversations, being open to them, it's very important. It's very important to just not sell what you're trying to sell. I think it's important to sell yourself first, and then maybe discuss business and branding and all that stuff afterwards. I think that we've all been reduced back to primary concerns. So, yeah. peace and love to everyone out there. You know, I know that mental health is a very, very serious issue, and that's why I wanted to put myself forward to discuss some of the ways I think, one, we can improve it, two, my experiences. As I said, I'm no professional in terms of mental health and any sciences in that sort of sense, but I am passionate about the way that we think, the way that we operate together. So, as I said, if this can inspire anyone and it relates to anyone, then, you know, that's great. You know, that's ultimately what it's all about. So, with that being said, peace and love to everyone. And again, thank you for spending the time to check out this video. If you checked it out, share it along with anybody that you know. And as I said, if you've got any conversations that people want to have, and just reach out to me. I'm always here, man. I'm always here. So, you in this day, signing out. I'll see you on the next one.